Welcome back. Senator Amy Klobuchar says she's committed to building 100,000 new homes if she's elected governor in November. Danny Spiewak has a closer look at her new policy goals.
Today, Senator Amy Klobuchar announced her housing plan for Minnesota as the campaign for governor ramps up. It's one of those kitchen table type issues that may define the race in 2026.
10 days after earning the DFL endorsement for governor, Senator Amy Klobuchar chose to campaign in Columbia Heights, a blue dot inside the battleground suburbs of Anoka County.
We're here today to talk about housing.
Klobuchar's housing plan calls for the construction of at least 100,000 new units, tax credits to incentivize development, and repurposing of vacant land across the state.
Housing is the key to unlocking opportunities and the foundation for our lives. You can't start a family if you can't afford a home. You can't accept a job in a new town or a new community where there is no place to live.
Klobuchar says she developed her proposals from bipartisan work done at the legislature around housing.
And the only way you do it is by working with legislators on both sides of the aisle, and that's why I've talked to a number of them about these bills.
The broader issue of affordability is likely to be a key part of the gubernatorial campaign. The three GOP candidates, businessman Kendall Qualls, House Speaker Lisa Demuth, and MyPillow founder Mike Lindell, have all talked about lowering costs.
Taking a look at how expensive it has become to live and work here in Minnesota.
Making sure that there's a business economy that can grow and thrive here, lowering our taxes.
We have to win right now. People and companies are leaving Minnesota.
Looking ahead to the coming months, Senator Klobuchar's campaign for governor has a significant fundraising advantage. She has raised almost $5 million so far. Meanwhile, those three major GOP candidates have not yet crossed $1 million.
Well, not many people can say they've run the distance of an ultra marathon in the 5th grade, but a class in Mankato can. And as Boyd Hooper reports, the real accomplishment may be the lesson they learned along the way.
With the school year racing
Good morning.
toward a close,
Come on in. Keep on going.
Becky Brudwick and her 5th grade
Morning, Joshua.
class
Morning, Cam.
are in
Good morning, August.
their
Good morning.
final lap.
Good morning, Hoover Elementary.
Last lunches,
Cheesy omelet.
last pledges,
Invisible.
last sharing
What are you doing this weekend?
in big circles.
I have a few hockey practices.
Then, at last,
Thank you.
a parting gift
Thank you.
of little circles.
Just believe.
Believing has carried them
Oh, they're coming.
here.
Ready? Begin. Very big day. Final mile.
Final mile of a 50K race in a circle around their playground.
Keep it up, boys. You got this.
Achieved 1 mile at a time for 31 straight school days.
This is the 15th. Yes. I got this.
15 years of this race
Good job, Kelsey.
grown from seeds that sprouted decades ago.
I always wanted to be a cheerleader, and I tried out for cheerleading, and I never made the cheerleading squad. And I was crying outside the chemistry teacher's room, and he came out and he said, "Why don't you go out for the track team?" I was like, there's no way I'm going to run a mile.
Becky Brudwick did more than run a mile as a member of the Blooming Prairie track team.
Did my first marathon at 23.
Her first, followed by 41 more marathons and ultra marathons. Then, having learned to believe in herself, Mrs. Brudwick began sharing that lesson with her students.
I always tell my kids it's not about becoming a runner. It's learning to take on something hard and knowing that you can do it, that you can finish it.
Case in point,
Nice job, girls.
look who finally became a cheerleader.
Keep going, you got this.
In fact, the leader of a whole squad.
It's really fun just to know that they're supporting us this whole time.
Vivi Owens and the other 5th graders are also aware of something else.
This is the last one.
This isn't just their final lap.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm just very, very grateful we got to experience the last year with her.
At the conclusion of this year's race, Mrs. Brudwick will cross the finish line to retirement.
I would say the impact that she's had on our kids' lives has been immeasurable.
Students parents,
Oh my gosh, how are you?
and former students.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
All changed
I run cross country and track now.
by Mrs. Brudwick
She cared about like everybody.
for the better.
Yeah, she was is my favorite teacher that I've ever had.
And she changed by then.
Give me a second.
Okay, let's check back in with Vivi.
I don't think we have a big enough Band-Aid.
Now bloodied, but believing.
I realize I can do it, and I don't care about this.
I'm so proud of the kids. I'm so happy that I got to be a part of that, be a part of their journey.
15 Hoover Elementary 50Ks.
You got this.
And we believe Mrs. Brudwick saved her best lap for last. Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News,
You start something, you finish it.
Mankato.
Well, nearly all the students in Mrs. Brudwick's class completed the 50K race. She also invited kids from Hoover Elementary's other 5th grade classes, meaning roughly 60 runners achieved their goals. Stick with us. More news and weather's coming up after the break.